Good evening, Twitch. This is Paul, and I'm a Reformed Nerd, and welcome back to Shogun Total War. Where we last left off, we were able to finally make a move against our northern betrayers, who I now forgot the name of. Hang on a second. I think this is... No, that's Rebel Army. Rebel Castle... Okay, no, maybe I actually... It was like the Ume or something along those lines, but possibly I eliminated them at the end of the last round. I didn't recall that. But, yes. So, we were able to expand from our original providences here in the south to fully take over the north. And we were able to make a little bit of success as well, getting ports down so I can ferry my troops back and forth, as well as cash in on some of that juicy trade income. And now we are posed with only one real enemy at our doorstep, and that is the new reformed Imagawa clan, which we never really wanted to go to war with, but apparently they spawned in when my castle was under siege, and since they had no actual way to get out of the province, we apparently didn't have a choice but to go to war with them. Beyond that, it looks like we're surrounded by quite a few rebels. And we're also able to fully push out the Takada and the Mori clans as well. But the truly interesting aspect, however, is this ship right here that's seeming to move in my general direction at the moment. What this ship is and what does it offer is anyone's guess, but I'm very eager for it to actually make it over to my lands. But it's been a while since I played this, and I'm a little curious as to see what will happen, because frankly, I don't quite recall where we left off. Oh dear. Alright, so Matsukura Castle has fallen in Etchu. And what did I see here? I don't think I liked the look of this. Alright, so it looks like they just moved some additional troops into Higa, which is, of course, right on my doorstep. So I don't really like the looks of that. But fortunately, in Shimano, I do have a pretty decent army, and I do have the army here in Etchu as well. So I do... yeah, and there's no way for him to get to Mino. And Kaga is a rebel providence. So he may have just moved some additional troops in here in the expectation that I'm about to move in against him. At least that's what I'm going to hope for. But in the end of the day, yes, it's going to be a very tough fight. And for that fight, I would very much be pleased if I can get a few no Daichi warriors moved in this direction to help out. Because it's going to be a tough battle, no matter how you look at it. But another Yari cavalry is ready, so I'll definitely move those guys onto the front line. And another unit of bowmen, so yes, please go on ahead and send those in my direction as well. Let me take a quick look at the economy and loyalty at the moment. Alright, so loyalty across the board is looking rather fine, which is certainly great, because that means I should be able to deploy a few more of my troops in that general direction. Income, of course, is doing alright, but could be a little bit better in some of these, especially the newly conquered provinces that lost their farming bonuses. And autumn is here, so we will be getting a new harvest at the end of this turn, and that is well timed as far as I'm concerned. But we're going to just go ahead and keep moving troops over to the front line at this point. Because at the moment, it looks like my entire northern front is pretty well secure. And I only have this one rebel province here, but I think I have enough troops left over here in Sado that I don't need to worry about them encroaching on my territory just yet. But how about Ichigo? Am I able to let a little bit of troops out of Ichigo without running into a loyalty problem? Wow, I'm sitting at 190 loyalty at Ichigo. I would like to leave one unit. I'll leave the Yari Samurai here. I'm going to move the no Daichi and the archers up to Echu. And I'm hoping that's not going to tank the loyalty. And Hitachi, are you working on another no Daichi? You are not, but you damn well better be now. No Daichi are the crown jewels of my army at the moment. Especially in Hitachi with those massive bonuses that they're receiving. Let's see. Maybe I should also work on... add bonus to rallying of troops. 600 Koku, +1 attack to all units produced in this region. I don't know if I'm going to have enough money with those 2 no Daichis I'm queuing up, but getting those troops out of Hitachi at an even higher level of strength will be absolutely wonderful, and I think that's definitely worth it. And that's a rebel province, and Imagawa is in Mino. Rebel army, and I don't know what Etchin is. I should have a spy around here, right? Yeah, let me move the spy in this direction just so I can see what the makeup of this army is. Because frankly, I don't have much of a choice but to go up and take on... Yes, forgive me about that. Yeah, so let's see. I think that's about as much as I dare move for the time being. Well, maybe a couple more turns here in Sado and Diwa. I might be able to move these gentlemen over to take on that rebel army. Because I would be hesitant to empty Echu of troops. But sending both of these armies, or the majority of these armies, in against Higa, that sounds like a battle that would be a lot of fun to fight. But maybe it'd be better if I go on ahead and take out Mino first. Because then at least the Daimyo wouldn't really have a direction to... Yeah, because if I do move into Higa first, and he retreats directly over to Mino, then I'd just be forced to doing the whole thing over again. But at least in Mino, there is no main troops. Well, let's wait until turn and just see what that spy is able to tell me about the composition of that troop. Archery dojo is completed in Shinano. Fantastic. Oh, okay, so he's moving... Oh, he split his troops. Average harvest, 8,000 in the treasury, so that is great. So I did actually have enough money to start building that. Swordsmith, that's what I queued up. Okay, so yeah, with the average harvest... Where's my... Okay, yeah, okay, the spy is here. So we're looking at Yari, Samurai, Ashigaru, Cavalry Archers. I really don't understand why to get Cavalry Archers. It takes a lot of infrastructure to get that. And he literally just came back up into existence after being gone from the beginning of the turn. Alright, so let me take a look at my combined forces here. I'll throw them all into the same troop. That gives me pretty much 2 full stacks of army to move in against... he has no Daichi? Oh, alright. If he's able to produce no Daichi warriors, I need to move in quick. Yeah, because if I give him time to pump out infinite numbers of no Daichi, this will become a lot more difficult very quickly. So how many cavalry units? I have 2 Yari cavalry, 4 full units of archers, and it looks like no Ashigaru to speak of. And I do have the Daimyo in this unit. Granted, it's a much smaller unit, but they pack a punch. I've got some more cavalry, but this one's in pretty weak condition. Do I have any no Daichi? Alright, so I do have 1 Ashigaru. I definitely don't want to take him because if he routes quick, that could very well doom the rest of the mission. So how about no Daichi? Yeah, I got 1 full unit of no Daichi. And 2 full units of no Daichi. So I'm curious as to move in more than just this, because I think if I try to move in more than a full stack army, the computer may have a little bit of difficulty with that. But if I lose this, I am opening Shinano up to a counterattack that I don't think I have the power to withstand. That is, unless I can move in these soldiers from Tomomi. I would be hesitant to completely empty the Providence because it is a reasonably new one. So maybe I can move that Ashigaru down as well, just to kind of hold the Providence. And I have no new troops trained at the moment. And I do have another full stack army pretty much right here in Echu to respond if things go wrong. Do I feel confident about this? Yeah. Alright, let's do this. I do have the no Daichi queued up. Maybe I'll go ahead and work on a replacement cavalry unit. They are pretty damn expensive, but I've got a little bit of money to burn. And maybe I will queue up that port here as well. Do I not have access to a port? Oh, I'm already building a port. That's why I wasn't showing up. Alright. So, of all my coastal provinces, will this be the last one that is due a port? Well, it looks like Echu is due a port, so let's go ahead and queue that up. And Sado, do you have a port coming in? You do. Fantastic. So that means with those last couple of ports being built, I'll be able to move my troops pretty much anywhere on the map, at least on the coastal tiles. And I think that is good enough for now. What if I moved into Mino at the same time as I move into Higa? Because this is their daimyo. But frankly, if I take over Higa, this is their troop training province. So if I take this over, there's no more castle. The daimyo is basically out here by himself with no army and no possible chance of training replacement troops. This is going to be a tough battle. But let's go see if we can do this. The palace in Hitachi is complete. Very nice. Port in Sado is complete. Lord Imagawa troops prepare to defend. 1800 versus 1000. Alright, let's do this. I'm nervous about this. But Haida, it is time. Fine day, sounds like a fantastic time to go about it. And we've got my army here. Ooh, and that is looking like a pretty lovely force. It's pixelated as hell, but that does seem like a pretty significant army. Alright, let's see. Where do they spawn in? Can we see them? Alright, so yes, they spawned in right here on the tree line. So let's move forward and see what we can do. I have missed the soundtrack. I've actually listened to it on YouTube many times over the last week since I was traveling and unable to play. So it looks like they're holding in place, allowing me to approach. They are on the higher ground, but with my 800 troop advantage, I think I can compensate for it. I don't know why these Yari Samurai are taking the high ground. And frankly, I mean, why don't go with everybody else on the lower side of the mountain? But... Yo ho ho, yo ho. Oh, what happened to Yo Ho Ho Guy? I like Yo Ho Ho Guy. So it looks like they're getting close to the end of their line with those... Alright, yeah, what the hell are you guys doing up there? Just come on down. You'll break the formation just sitting up there all by yourselves. So, I'd love to move my archers forward and take a couple of shots at them, but they have a fair amount of archers themselves. And in fact, they may very well outnumber me in that front. So I am cautious about that. I mean, I do have 4 full units. So I may outnumber them, but they will have the range on me simply because of their elevation. Unless maybe I could potentially try to get onto their flank. I mean, they'll still... Oh. Okay, they're sending some more in from the side here. That was unexpected, but fair. Okay. So they got 2 full units of archers here. Oh, what are they doing? They're kind of yelling. No Daichi are moving out of the way. Okay. So if I try to move my archers over here to the flank and redirect, I wonder what they would do. Let's let my troops get into place here. So my archers are starting to get into position. I'm curious to see... Yes, we are in range. So cavalry archers is not necessarily who I wanted to go up against first. I was hoping that they would at least let me get into position first before we would enter into this whole exchange, but I did get a little bit too close. Yari Ashigaru are coming in. Okay, but I am on melee, skirmisher mode. So, yeah, they'll back off. Wow, okay, that was a little bit close. I was expecting them to come in and try to take the flank. But yeah, these Yari Ashigaru are completely out of position. So if they continue to chase, I'm going to be able to run right into them and get them on their flank. And yeah, it's just the Yari moving forward. But yeah, the Yari are a piece of cake. I'll be able to go through them as soon as I get caught up. And they will just crumble beneath me. Yeah, and all of their good units, it looks like there's one unit of samurai archers moving in here, but they're definitely not equipped for melee. Yeah, they're running away already. Everyone's running away. Wow, okay, that was a quick rout. Cavalry archers, I'm going to move my cavalry in to see if I can head them off. And for my archers, let me see if I can redirect them to a more powerful unit. Where did those no Daichi go? Okay, I'm not seeing any powerful melee units here. But the Ashigaru are forming back up. Where are my cavalry? Where are my cavalry? Alright, so my cavalry is charging up, moving in against the archers. Yeah, and the Yari have already broken once, so if they do try to get themselves in place again, they should break reasonably easy. Alright, I'm going to try moving some of my spearmen into support, since it looks like those cavalry are willing to sit and fight proper. Wow, this is getting very messy very quickly. Alright, take on the Yari Ashigaru full force. And those cavalry are making a little bit more progress. Those archers are making a little bit more progress on my cavalry than I'd have liked them to be honest. So let me see if I can move in a few. Oh, that's why they might have had a Yari hiding out here. I missed them. You couldn't even see them through the trees, which I guess is partly the point. But samurai archers are moving in. Okay, so we'll get my archers to go ahead and fully focus on them. I outnumber them by leaps and bounds, so I should be able to cut through them pretty damn quick. Alright, my cavalry is stopping the attack. So let's go see if we can clean up some of these gentlemen retreating here on the side. Yeah, they're running away. Just go on ahead and see how many of those we can eliminate here. What happened to those samurai archers? My guys are not even firing anymore. Did I just completely eliminate the entire unit? Alright, okay, I think these are the ones that I was firing at. No Daichi Samurai. Okay, those are the ones I really want to attack. If I can knock off a couple of them without much guff, those are powerful units that I can basically eliminate. Let's see, Yari Samurai, I'm not confident enough to send them in by themselves. And I only have Yari Cavalry. Okay. So I do have another unit of Yari Samurai right here. Let me see if I can move them in, and for this one as well for support. And no Daichi as well. Yeah, let's just go ahead and move all 4 of those units in. Cavalry should be able to hold them off at bay for the most part. Oh. Evenly matched. Okay, that's better than I... Wow, those archers are holding their own. But we'll move these cavalry units in to support. That should be more than enough to eliminate them. And yes, these units are catching up, and they do have the full support of the archers. And they are running away. So I'm going to go ahead and move the spare cavalry I had chasing the last couple of troops over in this direction. Oh, they're marching quickly. They've stopped running. I don't want to charge. Okay, now they're running again. They're running again. Let's go ahead and slam into their rear before they can get too far ahead.
But his dishonor and our swords will chase him to his grave.
Those Yari samurai are dropping pretty good. Where are the Nodaichi? I would love to eliminate an entire unit of Nodaichi so I don't have to worry about them again. Because if they retreat, they will very likely form up with the Daimyo, and they'll become a lot more significant of a threat with proper support. Alright, so I think we can just let the soldiers do their thing and chase them off the battlefield. Perfect. Alright. So how did we do? I feel like I lost more than I should have. 611 taken, 272 lost, 155 left. Alright, that's not awful, to be honest. I kind of felt like that got a little out of hand. Alright, so... only 2 people picked up an honor, Ota and Nakamura. Both on the Nodaichi side, which is fantastic, because I do love powerful Nodaichis. 119 for the cavalry with 72 lost. And that's a pretty nice total, but 103 and 21, that's impressive. And Nodaichi 28 to 4, 105 to 49. That's a few more injuries and casualties I would like them to take. But in the end, it was a powerful battle, and I'm pleased with the results. You have taken control of the Providence from Lord Imigawa. 2 facilities draw. Okay. I'm happy with that. 450 Koku privilege. Not that impressive. Satomi Yasunubo has distinguished himself and became a general, which is fantastic. Buddhist emissary. Lord Shimazu has offered me a treaty. I will accept this, especially since I think he's the one that has the Buddhist monk order that he's able to control. Oh, so they actually ran into the castle. So we've got them under siege, actually. So if I move in here and I try to eliminate them quickly, I might be able to save myself a long, drawn-out, I don't know, a siege, because I've seen those last way too long. So got my Daimyo here. Do I trust Sato to not riot if I move these troops in that general direction? Because I could move the troops over from Diwa. And I could possibly train with London. No troop. Okay, no troops available here. 2 turns to get an archer. I would really not prefer to leave an archer in that region. But I do have Yari. If I move this Yari over to Mutsu, and Mutsu over to Diwa, Diwa over to Sado, that could allow me to free up these 2 units to move in against Noto. At the same time, I could move my Daimyo in against Kaga, and basically push my entire west flank forward 1 more unit, leaving only Mino left. And after the siege of this castle has ended, I think we would be okay. Okay, sorry. So yeah, if I can move my entire line to the west, I think that would be ideal. And let me see here. We're working on the port still, so that's going to be at least another turn or 2. I could pull up a ninja, but a few more samurai archers would probably not be all that bad. And I've got no one I can train here either. So let me see if maybe I could put down another improved farmland. And Hitachi, you're still working on that. Yeah, another turn at least for the swordsmith. That is perfect. I'm okay with that. Alright, so if I'm moving against this castle, I think we should be able to manage that. Ooh, he moved into Wakasa. Okay, so let's command the assault personally against this castle. I do have the archer advantage. So let me see if I can move my archers in first. There's a bit of a front line that maybe I can take out a few of their troops from the door. And maybe we'll get some no Daichi and some samurai behind in close proximity so I can move up once the opportunity presents itself. Yeah, they got 15 archers, 41 cavalry archers. I think that's pretty much it for their ranged units. So we got the troops moving in the correct direction. Let's go ahead and speed things up a little bit. I'm kind of getting tired of watching these guys bumble around in their low res quality. Perfect. Alright, so do I see any movement? No, it looks like the castle is fully silent and waiting for me to get closer. So let's offer them exactly what they're looking for. Alright, we are under fire. Alright, it's not time to walk casually. At least they only have 15, so let's go ahead and run and get into range so we can fully take on them. So we're down to 8. Alright, yeah, we're cutting through them pretty good. And we are not in range of the cavalry archers. Alright, let's go ahead and move a little bit closer and take on the cavalry archers. We got Yari, Yari, and Yari Samurai. Okay, that's nothing too spectacular. So these are some of my best units right here. What if I move them in directly in front of the door? Is there a way for me to... Okay, I don't think there's a way to make them run and in a specific formation. So I'll let them walk. That'll give my archers a little bit more time to take on the cavalry. And they are not going down as fast as the standard samurai archers. Are my troops in place? Alright, they're nearly there. Perfect. Because if I could move the Yari Samurai against the cavalry... I should move more of these into supporting roles. There were more people scattered around in the area than I thought there were, to be honest. Okay, so I got a unit of Nodaichi and 2 units of Samurai. If I move them in right now to take out the archers and put my archers to focus over on one of the Yari units... Yeah, Ashigaru on my flank, I'm not so worried about. On both flanks, even, I think I can manage that. Yeah, my Nodaichi and Samurai should be able to cut through them reasonably quickly. I'm more interested about those Samurai on the one side. Alright, I think I'm just going to go ahead and flood the square. All melee units... Move forward, try to take out those cavalry. They do have more cavalry. Or is that the same cavalry? No, it's not. They do have 2 units of cavalry archers. Alright, so this is really going to just turn into a slugging match. Let's go ahead and take out the Yari Samurai. They are now on the flank, and I think that would be a bigger damage concern than the actual Ashigaru. And the cavalry archers are down to 20, and they are not melee. So let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and take out some of these Yari Samurai. Losing badly, winning easily. Yeah, come on. Is there another door? Can I move my cavalry around to flank from the side or anything? No, it's literally just one door, and you just have to... Wow, okay. So I see why sieging actually is probably a smarter move in some instances. Yari Ashigaru. Come on, let's just move everyone in. Oh, great. Now a thunderstorm is blowing in, too. Wow, I'm taking a lot more damage than I thought I was going to. Alright, the enemy general has been killed. That's good. So let's go ahead and take out the... There we go. That should be enough to do it, but how many men did I lose in that process? 361, 272. Okay, that was a very gritty battle. There's really no strategy you can do with these siege attacks. beyond what I tried to do with the archers there, and that did not work out too well. But one of my Yari Samurai and one of my Nodaichi Samurai both picked up honor, so that is at least one benefit there.
Noble Lord, excellent
Hey,
news! You
good.
have a son!
He'll mature in 16 years. Alright, just like a good wine or something. Alright, fair enough. There we are. So, I was able to manage to take over Higa, and that did get him to retreat into Wakasa. So, what would I... Yeah, I was planning on moving down the units from here. Leave one Yari Ashigaru in defense as I move in against Noto. Move my Daimyo in against Kaga. And yeah, move one unit up to Echu to kind of help keep the order here. And these units, how bad were they hurt? Okay. 117, 95. Alright, so I can't have enough to repair you. Yari Samurai. And you have the increased shield. So I'd like to keep you around if I can. Alright, so we'll reinforce the ones who have the upgraded equipment. You do not have the upgraded equipment, so we can go ahead and just leave you. And you have the honor, so we'll go ahead and just merge you into that unit. That gives me 3 left. So I'll pull out the injured units. That still leaves me a pretty decent force. So if I move in and take over Mino, because he completely abandoned the province of Mino, I'll move my spy over to Edson to take a look to see what this rebel unit is capable of. And Shinano no longer is exposed. So maybe I'll move them into Hida, just so he can move in and possibly take over Etchin in the next turn. And we do have some new cavalry archers here ready to go. But to be honest, I feel a little bit bad because I keep getting distracted with work. So I'm wondering if maybe I should call it quits here for the night. I know, again, it was another short one, only a little bit over an hour. But, alright, and the Gaijin are still not moving in my direction. So it's going to take them a little bit longer to get there. Alright. But I think this is good enough for now. I did make a little bit of progress, and I might try to pop on and play this again out of order, because I really don't want to wait until next Thursday to play this, but I'm not really doing the game enough justice at the moment. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here, just as I try to get back into the swing of things after having like 2 weeks off. But I do appreciate your patience, and until then, I do hope you all have a good one, and thank you for tuning in. But have a nice rest of your day, and good night.